Today's video is heartbreaking. It's crazy. Trigger warning. It's going to upset you. I'm just giving y'all a trigger warning because it's a lot. And there's movies that aren't even this heavy, okay? But we're all talking about Kim Porter, and she was just gorgeous and loved by her children and friends and family. It seems that around the time of her death, though, it just never sat right with me. I'm not even gonna lie. The industry was behaving a little quietly and oddly in regards to the suspicions surrounding it. Many people were writing like subliminal condolences, and in their condolences you can kind of catch some shade. And some people like Kimora Lee, even low-key, spoke about, you know, the death being strange. And one thing I gathered is that everyone seemed afraid. It's kind of like everyone knew something, but no one wanted to be the first to say it or insinuate it. It's just like her tributes wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. It was like, we know something, but rest in peace, girl. Like, people were just scared. That's the vibes I got. And her ex-husband, R&B singer Al B. Sure, was one of the only people to kind of be a little bit more direct. And he said that there was definitely foul play, you know, to her death. It just was not pneumonia. We're going to talk deeper about that, of course, in the video. But his claims of there being foul play resurfaced online yesterday, specifically in light of, you know, Diddy, all the stuff that was happening, the allegations from Cassie. And oddly, Al B. Sure got sick shortly after claiming there was foul play during her death. And he was in a coma for 2 months, guys, when he spoke out. But people were too distracted to care. Now, I know her children are still here and Diddy is still their father, okay? I can't even begin to imagine what all of this has been doing to them mentally and emotionally, okay? My condolences and sincere prayers for their innocence during these shattering times, for their young lives, especially his boys, his daughters and stuff like that, the girls. Oh my goodness. But we do have to get into this. I wanted to do a video on Kim Porter since her death. As you guys usually see, when an icon passes away, I'm usually, you know, quick to do a video, you know, giving them a nice tribute. But something kept nagging at my spirit, telling me to wait, despite people requesting it a lot. I just didn't know why. And I wanted to wait for more information because there is something more here. That's the only feeling I kept saying. There's something more here, because I just knew it would only be a matter of time before the cards just start to expose themselves, right? Everything drastically changed yesterday. We were all shocked. I stayed up all night, went back to my script and just tweaked it a bit. I was like, let's finally get into this video. My friends, last night, we definitely got a lot more than we could handle, right? Cassie speaking out took us for a loop. My heart aches so much for Cassie. I can't even begin to imagine. Really brought me to tears. It's just, the details is crazy. But with these revelations, many people have been asking, what happened to Kim Porter? Does Diddy know what happened to her? Now, there is a 99% chance that YouTube may age restrict or demonetize this video due to the nature of the contents. So all that I ask is that you please thumbs up and leave a comment, because it will definitely help push it through the algorithm in case they do get me, y'all. Okay? Leave a white heart or a dove in the comments for Kim if you have nothing to say, and thumbs up the video, share it, anything. In this tribute video, we will discuss Kim Porter's iconic career, and not just the scandals, but this woman was a real life person, not just Diddy's baby mother, okay? She was a real human person, okay? We're going to talk about her childhood, beauty, and of course her relationship with Diddy and her untimely strange death. And like I said, there's trigger warning, of course, because some of the details are very tragic. But before we get into all of this, hey friend, welcome to my channel, karinealourde, where we deep dive and break down the most iconic stars through history. If you're not yet subscribed, please be sure to do so. And if you're already subscribed, please turn on your notification bell so you never miss an upload. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, let's start with her childhood. But first, who is Kim Porter? Because many people, they know of her as just Diddy's, you know, baby mother, and don't really know who she is. So once upon a time, nestled in the heart of Columbus, Georgia, on the 15th day of December in 1970, a star was born. Her name, Kim Porter. Born into a family rich in diversity and love, Kim was the daughter of a former model mother and a successful business father, and some people claim that her mother had a hair salon in Columbus, Georgia. Their home was always filled with warmth, support, and the joyous chatter of a big, loving, extended family. Kim's roots were deeply embedded in the Southern soil, and she carried her hometown pride wherever she went. And despite her rise to stardom, she never let the glitz of the entertainment world overshadow her humble beginnings. things. She remained a down-to-earth Southern belle, adored by her community and respected in the industry. As a young girl, Kim was a radiant bundle of energy and beauty. Her lively personality and striking looks turned heads even then. But it wasn't just her outer beauty that shone through. She was also a bright student. Dance and theater were her playground, and she revealed in these extracurricular activities her passion for performing arts, evident even then. Encouraged by her family, she chased her dreams, transforming them into a successful career in the mesmerizing world of entertainment. A dazzling American beauty who wore many hats, a model, an actress, and a socialite, Kim's journey towards stardom began in the buzzing 90s. She strutted down runways, her confidence as radiant as her smile. She also graced music videos of chart-topping artists like Mary J. Blige, TLC, and Boyz II Men, adding her own sparkle to their tunes. Her charisma wasn't limited to music videos only. She sprinkled her magic on the small screen too, from Wicked Wicked Games to Single Ladies and The Brothers. Kim made sure to leave her mark wherever she went. But Kim's life wasn't all glitz and glamour. Beyond the glitz and glamour of the entertainment world, Porter's heart beat for philanthropy. She poured her energy and resources into numerous charitable causes, embodying the spirit of giving. Her unwavering support for organizations like the Lupus Foundation of America and the Holly Rod Foundation, which aids families with autistic children, was a testament to her compassionate nature. Her life serves as an enduring reminder that true success lies not just in personal achievements, but in the positive impact we leave on the lives of others. Now, let's get into her relationships. She was also known for her love stories that were as captivating as her career. I'll Be Sure tied the knot with Kim Porter in 1989. However, they divorced in 1990, and Kim had one child with Shore, a son named Quincy Brown. Her most notable relationship was with the renowned entertainer, Sean Diddy Combs, and it was talked about a lot. Together, they brought 3 beautiful children into the world, further adding Kim's multifaceted legacy. Diddy told Essence about the first time he met her, and this is what he said. He said, "The first time I saw her, she was at the studio with her ex-boyfriend, singer I'll Be Sure, the father of Porter's oldest child, Quincy. I wasn't trying to holler at her or anything, but I was admiring her lips, her eyes, her mouth, her shape, her energy, and thinking, I wish I had a girl like that," end quote. So he was always looking at women that weren't for him. He was always looking at somebody else's woman, okay? That's what he did with Cassie. But I digress. At the time, Diddy was still with his longtime girlfriend and mother to his firstborn, Justin stylist Misa Hilton. According to Misa, Diddy began cheating on her with Kim. So she was being a good friend to Kim, and Kim kind of low-key backstabbed her. I know. Misa and Diddy eventually split, and Diddy and Kim made it official in 1994 and were inseparable, falling madly in love immediately. They had their first breakup, Kim Porter and Diddy, in 1999 when Diddy started going out with Jennifer Lopez. This was so disrespectful. This put Kim in the spotlight. She would end up kicking Diddy out of his own home, and Diddy and Kim both initially denied that there was any overlap between his relationship with J-Lo and Kim. During his relationship with J-Lo, however, the love was still strong. Diddy later admitted that he wasn't in love with Jennifer and that he continued seeing Kim behind Jennifer's back. He was cheating on Jennifer with his original woman. Okay, Jennifer was allegedly the side piece, and he was cheating on his side piece with his main. That is crazy. Despite the love, there was a bit of legal battle between Diddy and Kim over their son and child support. Although Kim insisted that Diddy was a great father and that he was already paying child support in March 2001, Kim filed paternity papers because she wanted him to be legally declared Christian's father, and she wanted more money for a full-time live-in nanny, after-school programs, summer camps, lessons, extracurricular activities, tutors, sport programs, and private school tuition and expenses. Diddy and J-Lo split in 2001, and he immediately went back to Kim. Diddy declared that was the most monogamous I've ever been, but that too was a lie. In 2006, Diddy began working with producer Ryan Leslie and his girlfriend, artist, singer Cassie, and immediately rumors began swirling that Diddy and Cassie were carrying on an affair behind their partners' backs, and they both denied it initially, and now we know it was true. In late 2006, they welcomed twins, Diddy and Porter, and still, Diddy declared no desire to marry, even after Kim Porter now has 3 kids for him. He said, and I quote, "I know she deserves to get married, but I'm just not ready. It's not a reflection on how much I love Kim. It's that I'm just learning how to be a good boyfriend. When I'm finished with this step, I'll move on to the next," end quote. And he never did. Ladies, I don't know. If you can't see a lesson in this, I don't know. Don't be nobody's baby mama. if he won't even put a ring on it. I know not everyone wants to be married. That's just my personal view. Call me old school, call me old fashioned, whatever. I don't believe in pushing out kids for anyone that don't want to put a ring on my finger, because a baby is a bigger commitment than marriage. Because you're stuck with this person for 18 years of your life, not just 18, even once that child is 18, you're stuck with this person. You're stuck with this person because now y'all share DNA, blood together. Okay, that's a bigger commitment than marriage. Why are so many women willing to make that commitment but don't want to marry? It's strange to me, and I feel like a lot of men in trauma have brainwashed women to believe this, because look, he was playing in her face. He knew she deserved to be a wife. He knew that, but he just wasn't ready. And Diddy still played in women's faces at his grown age at this point. And sadly, Kim stayed. I don't know. However, things would fall apart again in 2007 when it was revealed Diddy had another daughter born the same year as the twins by a woman whom he had been reportedly dealing with throughout the whole relationship with Kim. Okay, the whole time he was with Kim, he was cheating with this woman. Not wanting to put up with his straying ways for one more minute, she waited until he was out of town to move out, and she took everything with her, from the nursery furniture to the cars. Kim Porter ended her romantic relationship with Sean Diddy Combs in 2007 after she found out that about the other woman. The model was open about the breakup in an interview with Essence at the time, saying, "I wanted to be dramatic. I wanted him to know I wasn't breaking up with him for 2 weeks or maybe leaving for 2 days." She told the outlet in 2007. The interviewer asked if Porter leaving had to do with rumors that he had a child with another woman, and well, that definitely was part of it, she responded. "I wasn't even coming from the place of who, what, why," Porter tells the magazine. "I laid low and did what women do. I did my background work, collected information about the other women, but I wasn't even on it like that because I was pregnant, and what was bubbling inside me was a blessing from God. I couldn't let my energy be on that. I didn't have time for any drama, trauma, and bullish." And not just that, also said she had to sneak out when Diddy was out of town, because she said out of her mouth, "What, you think he was just gonna let me walk out? He wouldn't let me. He would never let me just leave like that." So she had to basically sneak out and run away. Okay. In April 2008, they sparked reconciliation rumors as they showed up hand in hand at a party thrown by the Beckhams in West Hollywood. However, in May 2008, the long-running rumors surrounding Diddy and Cassie, who split from long-term boyfriend Ryan Leslie in 2007, seemed to have been confirmed when the two were spotted hugged up in Central Park on Mother's Day. In October 2010, it was reported that Kim had moved on to actor Jackie Long, who apparently didn't sit well with Diddy. He allegedly sent death threats to Jackie. Okay, and the death threats were so serious that it actually spooked Jackie. Okay, according to CarltonJordan.com, Diddy was so obsessed with the actor Jackie Long's relationship with Kim Porter that he made death threats to him. And apparently Diddy made several phone calls to Jackie saying he will erase him off the face of the earth and he is going to have Jackie killed, end quote. Jackie Long didn't take Diddy's threats lightly because he already had a reputation, Diddy, by then, and people was already like, you know, with the whole Tupac and people that was coming up missing. So Jackie wasn't playing that, and he ended up filing a police report. Supposedly Jackie went on to handle this in the courts and not in the streets, and we don't know what else happened with that. But a few months later, after all of this, in December, Diddy and Kim were spotted getting cozy and holding hands on a yacht. She went back to him after this. She also allegedly broke her own nose after an argument with him on the yacht. I'll Be Sure also said that, you know, Kim Porter saved his life from being ended by Diddy also. I'll Be Sure said that. So maybe Kim Porter was trying to save Jackie and just went back to Diddy. Who knows what it was? It's only speculation. We can speculate. But around that same time, her nose miraculously ended up broken after getting into a fight, an argument with Diddy. And then she said she just hit her nose on the table, like she tripped and stuff. But no one believed that. No one was buying that. So it seems that might have been some dark, you know, abuse going on and manipulation and stuff. Diddy was always a menace, you know, so that's kind of strange. And, you know, to add insult to injury, Diddy brought in the new year with Cassie. So he was on that yacht with her in December. And then January 1st, he brought that new year with Cassie. Just so crazy. Now let's talk about her death, okay? According to USA Today, Porter's autopsy reports revealed that she was found unresponsive in bed on November 15, 2018 at the age of 47. She had reportedly been feeling unwell and was experiencing flu-like symptoms days before her passing. After Porter's death, her ex-husband I'll Be Sure, who is also the father of her son Quincy, took to social media to state, and I quote, "She sent me this saying, life imitating art, art imitating life. Now it all makes sense," end quote. And according to Radar Online, Porter told Shore that she was running. In response, he reportedly asked her to call the FBI. Shortly after revealing this information, Albie was in a coma for 2 months. Nonetheless, Albie Shore also took to the internet to express doubt over Porter's pneumonia yet again. According to the Jasmine brand, he said, and I quote, "I had no clue, but I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bull-ish. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix, and she was in fantastic health as well, laughing, seeing me, and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it here." End quote. And according to the Judiciary report, Albie Shore claimed that Kim Porter was about to write a tell-all memoir that would expose Sean Combs and other Hollywood elites. However, she tragically died before she could do that, which is the same thing with Cassie and why she's suing him now. Numerous allegations surrounding Kim Porter's death have raised suspicions among her friends and acquaintances. Blood stains discovered on pillowcases, as well as the peculiar trail from the bedroom to the bathroom, contradict the peaceful sleep scenario that was initially presented, right? Friends question why Porter was found on the bathroom floor and not in her bed, as initially reported. What was these specks of blood? But everything was just sealed and did away with, okay? In the May issue of Essence, 6 months after Porter's death, Diddy reveals what Porter told him before she died and how that defined his reaction. He said 3 days before she passed, she wasn't feeling well, Combs explained. She had the flu and she sent the kids over to my house so they wouldn't get sick. One night I was checking on her and she was like, "Puffy, take care of my babies." She actually said that to me before she died. Combs says those words stuck with him on the morning of November 15th after news broke that Porter had been found dead at her home in Toluca Lake, California. "I jumped into mommy mode," Combs tell Essence. "I sent people in every direction to try to make sure the kids would not hear about it on social media or the news. I had to get to the girls' school and find Quincy, who was on set in Atlanta. Christian was on a plane and I had his phone disconnected so he wouldn't read it in the air," Combs explained to the outlet. "Every time Kim and I talked, it was about the kids. We'd check in as friends, of course, but we never had a conversation that didn't include the kids. It was on some superhero-ish. I ain't even gonna lie. On some level, I knew she was training me for this. I knew that I had to be ready to do whatever I was supposed to do if something like this ever happened," end quote. Combs continued saying there was screaming and crying when he heard the news, but that's when he thought of Porter's last few words, saying, "I was crying out to God and to her, and almost immediately Kim's voice kicked in and I could hear her saying, 'Make sure you take care of my babies,'" Combs tells Essence. Since her death, Combs says he's a lot more involved with his family because he knows that's something Porter would want. "And before this, I was a part-time father, you know. My family was always first, but there are countless times when I chose work over everything else. But every day I can hear her telling me to go and spend time with the kids and make sure everybody's all right, like she would do. I'm just a lot more present, and most important, now my kids come before anything else in my life," end quote. Though the grief will never go away, Combs says the family is doing very well. My 2 cents, which again is my own 2 cents, my own opinion, is just an opinion, not facts. I was never buying the brother love. Like, y'all know, Diddy has been being called out for years now with how he treated his artists, how he treated women, how he treated people around him. He was just always a jerk, okay? Every time you see him, he always had this sinister aura about him. But of course, this new generation, because of Carisha, they was distracted by this Carisha thing, whatever, money and stuff. He just always has been a weirdo. And people have known, especially if you're a product of the late 90s, early 2000s, you watch Making the Band and stuff, you know what's up with Diddy. I always thought the new family man persona either probably was bred from guilt for things, or he probably saw a lot of this coming. He saw the lawsuits coming eventually. He saw, all the allegations being ripped out, especially when Cassie finally, I think Cassie was the final nail in the coffin for him. When she finally left, he changed his persona drastically. He became Brother Love. He's a family man. He's this. Kim Porter passed shortly after, and he just knew that this was coming to a head, and then he changed his persona so that he could garner some sympathy from the media and things, but it was just too late. You burnt too many people, and I am not one to say karma, but I know my God watches all. He watches all. Giants do fall, okay? The bigger they are, the harder they fall, okay? And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Of course, we'll always have people that say that, these women knew, they took part in it, they participated. And honestly, I don't know what their state of mind was. I know Cassie was still very young, 21. I mean, when I was 21, or, you know, 19 and stuff like that, I definitely was not it. I thought I knew everything. I made some mistakes, okay? And I would have hated for my life to be public. So I'm not doing that. And then even with Kim Porter, when, you know, you just want to hold your man down and stuff like that, I don't understand the state of mind these women were in. But all I could say for the younger generation watching, never think you're going to be the one to change him. Don't be so obsessed over money, getting a bag, that you just ignore red flags, because it could mean your life. You could die, end up doing substances and things that you were never supposed to do. This is all I have to say for this topic. May Kim Porter continue to rest in peace. This is just a very tragic story. And I wish we would have known what her tell-all would have been, because I know she knew where all the bones were buried. I knew she just knew. She was with him for so long. She saw so much. She participated in so much with him that I just knew she knew where all the bones were buried. And now she's gone. We may never know. Who knows? Maybe they'll find rough drafts, journals, but Diddy removed all of her technology, like laptops and stuff, from the home. Apparently they said Diddy did that allegedly, all her technology were missing when she died, right? So who knows? They probably wiped it clean. Who knows if she sent it to a friend, have it on a cloud somewhere. But, you know, let the FBI, I really think the FBI has taken this case and it's about to be RICO. Like, Diddy is out of here. Like, he don't have enough money. I'm telling y'all. But there'll be more on this story. Of course, I may do little updates in the future. I'm gonna wait to do a Diddy video because, again, I know so much more will come out. So don't even request it, but that will come. Best believe I'm keeping notes on everything. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. If you like the music you listen to, the link is in the description. Until next time.